Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by asking a simple question. Who is this person that is always advising William Ruto? Because as we speak, the man is busy pushing the issue of vaccination to our animals, But on this side, the Kenyan Veterinary Association, they are claiming they were not consulted. They don't know this vaccination is about what, which kind of disease, and the time frame where this vaccination is going to run. Then when I was just trying to understand the Kenyan Veterinary Association, I realized something that is very crucial. In other words, William Ruto, yeye anaamua everything, hata consult those who are in this sector. William Ruto anamuka tu asubuhi anasema ng'ombe zote zipewe vaccine without even consultation to the Veterinary Association or these veterinaries. Hawajui. In fact, wanasema hao hawajui kile chochote kuhusu hii vaccine. Na hawajui ni ugonjwa gani hawa watu wanataka kucontrol. Na again they are asking, na kama ni vaccine na ni ugonjwa fulani, kuna area fulani hakuna hiyo ugonjwa, So there's something fishy here that the Kenyan Veterinary Association, they're coming out race. I want you to listen to the details. But before we do, as we always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much. Let us listen.
And still on that debate, the Kenya Veterinary Association is asking the government to suspend its planned livestock vaccination program set to begin next year, citing opposition from Kenyans. The association claims it was not consulted and is demanding transparency on the diseases being targeted, the rationale behind the vaccination, and the identity of the program's sponsors. Additionally, veterinary doctors are calling on the government to avoid using harsh rhetoric to force public acceptance of the vaccination. Willie Lusige reports.
Vocal opposition to the government's plan to vaccinate livestock starting January next year, the Kenya Veterinary Association has openly criticized the program, arguing that they were not consulted during its development.
We have not had any stakeholder engagement from conception of this program that you can term as adequate. So even as a Kenya Veterinary Association, we have only been, our opinion has only been sought after the program has received controversy from the public. So we were not involved in the conception of the idea. We haven't been involved along the way.
The association, through the chairperson, Dr. Kelvin Osore, insists that several critical questions remain unanswered. Kenyans deserve to know which disease the vaccination targets, how long the program will run, and who is funding it.
So the program has a lot of misinformation. We've tried to get a lot of information from the government to clear the air. But even as a Kenya Veterinary Association, we are not so clear on the way forward. We don't know how long the vaccination exercise will run, for example.
The association further argues that some of the diseases identified by the government are localized and do not justify a nationwide vaccination campaign.
A vaccination exercise needs to be tailored to specific regions. For example, you cannot vaccinate against foot and mouth disease in the whole country. There are areas in this country where FMD is not such a challenge. So why will you go and waste resources there? So the vaccination exercise needs to be tailored to the areas where diseases are endemic to.
They are now calling for the suspension of the program and asking the government to prioritize addressing other pressing issues affecting livestock sector before allocating billions of shillings to the vaccination initiative.
And these vaccines being used to control greenhouse gas emissions in cattle. As an association, we are not sure about the veracity of those claims because that technology is still at a very early stage. I don't think the government has the capacity to actually have that technology now. But it is critical also for government officials not to lecture Kenyans. these cows belong to Kenyans. They're the ones who are going to bring them to you for vaccination, and it's important not to lecture them. Talk to them like adults, explain the benefits of the program, listen to their concerns, and explain their concerns. Remember that Kenyans didn't just wake up and mistrust the government.
The government plans to vaccinate approximately 22 million cattle alongside 50 million goats, sheep and small livestock next year. Willie Lusige, Citizen TV.
After listening to the details, and now William Ruto anaongea vile anataka. William Ruto is a president that does not consult with those whom he is delivering service to. When these individuals are coming out to say no to the vaccine, it is their cows. Si ng'ombe za William Ruto. Na kama wamekataa. Kwa nini ng'ombe za William Ruto? Si akona ng'ombe yeye pia aende vaccine. So those are the such kind of talks, you know. So William Ruto kuja kusema kwamba wale wenye wana ng'ombe atawanyamaze wafunge mdomo. In fact, unaweza pata kwamba bigger percentage of those individuals who are rejecting this vaccine, bigger percentage of them are having cows, you know. But again, even though William Ruto has been always saying, huwezi ongelelea kitu yenye hauna, but again, at least you have an idea. It doesn't mean we are having even veterinaries. Hawana ng'ombe lakini ni madaktari ya wanyama na hawana. Unapata hata mwingine hana hata kuku, hata kitu yote, lakini ni veterinary doctor, you know. So William Ruto should not come out to tell us that sasa wenye wako na ng'ombe, wenye wako na mbuzi, ndio nitakana waongelelee hii issue ya nini? Ya vaccine. It is so ridiculous. And that is why I will always say, the man William Ruto always advise himself, huwa anajiita committee yeye mwenyewe mtu mmoja, ana agree, anajidiscuss yeye mwenyewe, na anaamua point ni nini anafanya. Because surely, if this was to benefit Kenyans, he could have already engaged the Veterinary Association of Kenya, could have engaged different stakeholders in this issue. But as you speak, it is only William Ruto with his putative leaders like Oscar Sudi and Kimani Ichung'wah who are understanding this. But again, William Ruto is saying that he is a scientist, that he understands whatever he's doing. But again, you never consulted, even if you are a scientist who is having PhD degree or whatever, masterclass or whatever. William Ruto must consult Kenyans. Remember, this country is not being governed as if it is his ranch. This country belongs to 54 million Kenyan shillings, and they must be consulted. In fact, you cannot come out early in the morning, then certain individuals storm just your home yard, anasema wana vaccinate ng'ombe. Hii ni watu wanafukuzwa na kupewa kichapo kwa sababu wameconsult nani? Na nani amewaambia waende wafanye hiyo kitu kama hicho? Wananchi wamekataa. So I think William Ruto is a man that is just forcing himself some issues that cannot work. In fact, if I was William Ruto, ningefanya public participation kwanza, nikiona watu wataki na machana na. In fact, hakuna kitu benefit, you know. So in fact, hako na hata na ng'ombe. Oscar Sudi hako na ng'ombe kadhaa. Wabebe hizo vaccine waenda wadonge ng'ombe zao. That is it. I don't see any problem there. So for the Veterinary Association coming out to reject and saying this should be of course postponed, or rather they are rejecting the whole process, that they were not consulted, I think it is something that is a matter that is having heavy weight. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go past that. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet in another video.